Okay, so this is the video on part one, um, showing showing the basics of the grease pencil inside of the the Blender 5.2, and I'm going to just get started. So this is this splash screen you're going to see when you're launching the Blender, and we're going to select the 2D animation. Just click. And this is the interface you're going to see when you first start. And right now you see there like a white blank canvas, and I'm going to walk through how to use this 3D this viewport before we going into like going over all the interface and all the properties you need to know inside of 2D animation using the Blender's 2D animation mode. So first, we're gonna see, you're gonna see all these icons here. You're gonna all these like your features. You see the Z minus Y and X, and you have this like magnifying glass, this hand, camera, and lock. And I'm going to go through one by one, and I'm gonna show you what all these does. Well, first off, we're gonna have this zoom in and out, this icon right here. And I'm going to just hold on my mouse and just start kind of dragging to the left. No, still dragging up and down. And you see when I'm like dragging this zoom in icon to go down, it's gonna zoom out. The more I drag up, it's going to zoom in. The much closer when you go up using a mouse. Right now I'm using a Wacom Cintiq tablet to using a demonstration. And here is the hand icon. It's going to move the view. So I'm just holding down my left mouse click to kind of show you guys what these icons are doing. All right, and it's this camera icon. This says it's in a camera view. So what it does and what it really does, and I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna press down the middle mouse click and gonna press the middle mouse click and just pan around the viewport, and you can see we're now in the default 3D view inside of a Blender. And if this happened and you don't need to freak out, and all you need to do is you can toggle the camera view, and right now it's turned off, but all I need to do is just to click back to this original uh, camera view. You can also click this camera view to go into a 3D mode if you have an experience with the 3D. And this one is the switching a current perspective, but it's kind of showing us the demonstrations. But for 2D animation, we're not going to use this much. And what we need is to know is this camera view and the zooming in and out, and this pan the view to move the view in like a freestyle. And for the shortcut, and right now I'm using a Mac Studio for demonstrations, and right now maybe it'll be similar to using in Windows, and all I need to do is if I hold down Command and middle mouse click, it's going to zoom in and zoom out, and hold down the shift and middle click, and it's going to move the view. It's just like what I demonstrated on this like these options right here, but instead I'm using a shortcut, this hotkey to make it a lot more faster. And you're in the 3D view like this again, and all you need to do is to press this camera view, and the hotkey, it says the numpad 0 on keyboard. So once I hit, and now you're in the 2D camera view. And I'm going to go over the UI inside of the Blender for real quick. And yeah, and here this is here it says the pencil, and once you click here, it's going to show all the the brush libraries, and which is also on the bottom corner right here. This is the really brand new for Blender. They were preparing for releasing an iPad, so it'll be a whole separate tutorials. And here is the material libraries, and this is the toggle between material mode to color attribute. This is like yeah, this is the one I'm going to show you guys I'm going to show you guys what it does in the next tutorial. And in here, you can change the size of a brush, or you can change the strength or opacity. On this toolbar on the left side view, on the left side, here you can select this brush, eraser, and the paint bucket tool. If you guys ever used the software like a Photoshop or Krita Clip Studio, then you guys might be familiar with this. And then down here is the timeline, which is a dope sheet, or it's gonna be really good for using an animation. And on the right here, here's the property menus, and here right now is set to tool, but on the downside here, you're going to see this data properties for this grease pencil. I'm gonna click this, and it's going to show you the layers and all the features that comes with the grease pencil when you're working. When you're working on animation or illustrations. And here's the material. You can customize the different materials for the brush strokes and the fill color as well. There is the modifiers. I'm going to mention this in the next tutorials. Probably not the next one, but maybe later on. So let me go back to this data properties, and yeah, I think this is pretty much what I can cover today. For the next video, I'm going to do a part 2 on this draw mode, which is where we're at right now. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.